is up, y'all? It is me, Tasha C, and this is the Tasha C show. Yeah, y'all, I actually have to come back on here. This is one of the few times again I'm doing a live podcast where I'm instantly doing it's not pre-recorded. On to January 29th, Wednesday, January 29th, 2020. Okay, 9:53 p.m. Now, here's the deal, y'all. Like I said, I want to say hug and love to everybody on my podcast and YouTube family was supporting me, regardless whether it's been on the YouTube part or the podcast or both. Like I said, shameless plug, but if you want to, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. tashactv, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Okay, y'all. The reason why you might possibly get 2 podcasts tonight. Actually, even the podcast, you probably not time sending platforms. But I do not know, y'all, if it's going to be on YouTube, because the last time this happened, but this is the first time it's happened to me, actually, where it's not the first time where it, slowly has downloaded, in rare cases, about, uploading my, podcast, right? I know y'all didn't tell about the bonus. This is my bonus podcast. Like I said, it's a day 114 part 2, possibly, of my YouTube video journey I just started last year, October the 8th, for my birthday, and plan on finishing up this year, which is just making a podcast, and, just making podcast, all this other stuff, or whatever, or going, showing my face and stuff, just making a video per day, and whatever, so forth. That's all that is. But anyways, also, y'all may hear clicks and stuff, because since I'm using the cell phone, this lovely speaker app, you may hear certain stuff. So hopefully, this time, this one goes through. Now, here's the problem, y'all. Now, I pre-recorded last night. This is the funny part, y'all. I pre-recorded a podcast before, and it was around, the 30-minute mark. And I was still actually listing the Grammy numbers. It was kind of longer, because I went to Grammys.com, y'all. If y'all want details to every person involved in a lot of things, if you go to Grammys.com, you're going to see everything, okay? And it was going to be long. And there's 54 different, categories and different 50-something awards in total. And the ones that's not included that was in, the program that came on Sunday as well, right? So, I kind of wonder, it's because I said in the description of my podcast, I said, usually around this time, it's been 30 minutes or so. Usually when I select YouTube, because it's already, if you know speaker, you understand, or say you make podcasts and say you're using, say, for example, your cell phone. Y'all, usually I have, like I said, it's already uploaded. The only other time that it hasn't actually went up, like I said, the only time it actually hasn't went up was, went on there is that when I had to reset my phone, and it didn't instantly, I didn't know that instantly YouTube wasn't on there, so that was the only other time. So that was a couple weeks ago, beginning of this month, whatever. But anyway, y'all, ain't this something, y'all? By the end of this week, it will be in a whole nother month, February, okay? Hopefully it's fantastic February. We're gonna put that in there, because, whoo, talking about bringing the new year with the bang, okay. But anyway, what I meant to say, y'all, so I don't know, because I said this term cereal challenge, which I did talk about in terms of what do you think about this challenge, which I'm not going to repeat again. I'm not going to say anything about it, but I kind of wonder, because of the wording of me saying cereal challenge, is the reason why the video is not up, and they didn't upload it to YouTube, or I don't know if it's being reviewed, or whatever the case is, but usually, my stuff, every other video I have, there's no problem of it being uploaded to YouTube. So now all of a sudden, y'all, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's no video yet for today, so I'm like, you know what, it's almost in something, I'm just going to go a rant, I don't know, I'm not going to talk about everything I would talk about, because I want to save it for the next show, okay, so, anyway, y'all, like I said, I don't know why the heck, this was on here like that. I accidentally went to one thing. But yeah, like I said, already yesterday, I kind of had to do one of my late podcasts again. Because when I did the 30 minutes and accidentally I was trying to swipe one of the notifications away. And it accidentally clicked on it. And so when you're doing these podcasts live / on the cell phone app, it's going to connect with any media being played, whether it's video or, audio or both, and, in your podcast. Okay. So due to that, I ended up having to redo it over again anyway. And so I don't know whatever I was saying. I just won't be using it anymore during challenges in my description or whatever if I talk about any more of the shenanigans with that. Because I didn't say anything else besides, like, I ran about the Grammy winners, another Epic Fail podcast, and stuff like that. And my title was just, and the winner is. And that was it of my podcast. And that was it. But like I said, it has not been where I received. Like I said, I don't know why I was not given that. So, like I said, I have to wait until like I said, if it doesn't come up, I'm not going to be worried about it. I'm just going to be careful with the wording because, like I said, I was not going to say anything random. So this is pretty much like a test. I'm pretty much me saying hi. So it might be, again, like a shorter podcast, but not a podcast that is going to be, like, because I couldn't really talk about it due to the fact I'm either trying to just, do it the last minute, or because the sad tragedy was after, the tragedy of Sunday that, whatever. But speaking of that, I don't want to keep bringing it, but they just on Fox 2 News on my account, on through the app here, they actually have this notification. Vanessa Bryant posts his first statement on deaths of Kobe and Gianna. And I'm just going to say this real quick. Okay, Vanessa Bryant released a statement on Wednesday afternoon on the deaths of her husband Kobe and daughter Gianna. She used the Instagram account to thank the millions of people who showed support and love during this horrific time. And it shows a picture. Okay, I don't know if I should go ahead and read this, because this is a lot. I have to give, like I said, give her strength. Okay. I don't know if I want to read this because it'll actually be so sad. But basically, it's a picture where all her, where her husband and all four of their children, together. But I will say this: my girls and I want to thank the millions of people who shown support and love during this horrific time. Thank you for all the prayers. We definitely need them. We are completely devastated by the sudden loss of my adoring husband Kobe, the amazing father of our children, and my beautiful, sweet Gianna, a lovely, thoughtful, and wonderful daughter, and amazing sister to Natalia. Bianca, is it Bianca? And Capri. It's just spelled different, Bianca with a K instead of a C right there. We are also devastated for the families who lost their loved ones on Sunday, and we share in their grief intimately. There are not enough words to describe our pain right now. To take the comfort knowing that Kobe and Gigi both knew that they were so deeply loved. We were so incredibly blessed to have them in our lives. I wish them that they were here with us forever. They were our beautiful blessings taken from us too soon. And of course, I'll just go more off. Thank you for all the prayers. We needed them. Brian will be completely devastated by the loss of our adoring husband, Kobe. That's the same thing said. Kobe and Brian, Gianna were 9 people killed in the helicopter crash by flying to a basketball game Sunday morning. Other passengers included John Evertobelli, Carrie Evertobelli, Alicia Evertobelli, Sally Chester, Patton Chester. Alicia and Patton are also Gigi's teammates for the Mamba girls basketball team, and Cheryl Chester was Patton's mother, and John and Carrie are Alicia's parents. They were also victims. And Christina Marcer, Zorian piloted the aircraft. Gianna, Lisa, and Peyton were teammates. John Moses was the head baseball coach at Orange Coast College. Fans across the globe have spent much of the week mourning the NBA icon. Vanessa Bryant concluded her statement by announcing the Mama Sports Foundation will be accepting donations to benefit the families affected by this tragedy. Donors are asked to go to mambaon3.org. Oh, gosh. Whew. So, Of course, they're still investigating. I will say this: they said there was no black box in the helicopter. They're still investigating. There's still like speculation. Some reports are saying whether they could have been fog and whether that played a role in what happened, unfortunately, Sunday morning. Um, of course, you hear about it's sad. You have LeBron James said a statement. Shaq, has talked. Rick Ross, has talked as well. There's so many other people with this. I remember I recently somebody who found me during when I made the videos on YouTube about the Kobe incident named Peace Love. Shout out to her if she's listening. About was I'm going to make because she was also there when I made the thorough video. Excuse me, thorough video, and kind of was able to print out and talk about more of the information about the victims, and souls that were also had passed away, died due to this horrific, to in a helicopter crash, and and some information about the helicopter and what they're saying so far as maybe the cause, unfortunately, that caused this horrific, tragic, fatal accident. Okay, so that's what I did. I don't know yet if I plan on making another video, or I may just talk about it in a podcast. Maybe what I end up doing. Now I'm gonna see y'all real quick again if they put it up, and that's what I'm kind of wondering is because of me using the word see. Not see because y'all ain't seen it, but I'm going to the YouTube Studio app, which is a good app to have, y'all, if y'all are YouTube content creators. It helps you, say, analysts, you can change and make, not like you do everything in there, but you can make, changes in titles and certain other little stuff to videos, and, you can apply back to comments there, and if people, you feel like, you can also block people there, too. You can hide, mute, and stuff, people as well on your videos. So it is a good tool. It's just an app you can have. I don't know that you probably should both be on, even for the Apple people as well. So, like I said, they have not put anything else there. Let me see here. Of course, like I said, the Kobe stuff, they're thinking about also, y'all, trying to get the logo changed, the NBA logo. Y'all, excuse me, I don't know why I'm coughing. Like I said, we're trying to see stuff that's going on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just, like I said, I didn't plan on making, I'm planning on, making another video. Because today, because I thought my video was going to go through. But it, for whatever reason, it didn't go through, or they blocked it from being uploaded. Let's see here. I was just trying to see if there was anything that I could just say right now, that is worth, I will say this real quick. I seen Black Ink, the butt end of it today, and I'm just gonna spoil a review. Sorry, spoiler for 2 minutes. Don's wife left him again. Supposedly, she left a Dear John letter, Dear Don letter in this case. Then, Jessie, who was a part of the shopping, y'all watched the show. I actually had found her on Instagram before even this show had came out, or she knew she was on here because she is a dope ass artist. It was just a recommendation, or I seen somebody and I seen their thing. And, I was like, oh, I want to be able, to find them. You know what, y'all? Since I'm on here live, I might as well go ahead and talk about the issue I was going to talk about before I got sick, before all this stuff happened, and talk about it. Well, one of my bronchitis was trying to flare up and put me back in the hospital again not too long ago. Okay. But before then, it shows Jess hasn't been responding since January 10th. I didn't pay attention to that. Because she left the show and she got mad because Kitty, people are intimidated by Kitty or something like that, whatever. I'm just like, okay, you know what? Never mind. Okay, I first thought I was going to give the show another chance as far as reviewing it. But y'all, I'm good. Just like honestly, even though unless I catch up with Miami, the New York one, I'm better off either just listening to people's views or if I'm going to watch it, I'll leave it as that. But anyways, y'all, I wanted to talk about this subject a couple weeks ago about this person that I recently have found about him. It's good, like I said, to find like gems, to continue to find gems in the industry, in the music industry, listen to or read books and so forth, and whatever, So when I was watching Troy's TV's video, and he was talking about, I think that I watched a video about like how like why it was a video about Megan Thee Stallion, and basically like kind of like how she's perceived, I think, in rap or just in general. And he was talking about, like how, sex has to sell and stuff like that. And, but there's certain rappers that, are talented as well, other black female rappers, for example. But, they are kind of like under the radar because they don't, sell sex appeal, even though Meg Thee Stallion's a good rapper, would Meg Thee Stallion be out there if she wasn't this stallion? You know what I mean? So, it was a rapper that was his other ones that still, I mean, he was talking about, had a picture real quick, was a young lady, a rapper by the name of Noname. And what's so interesting is that he talked about her the next day in a personal, a video dedicated to her, right? And it turns out that there's some controversy because I didn't know she had a Tiny Desk, NPR Tiny Desk concert, and the Diddy Bop and just the stuff I haven't heard, and the kind of and she's one of the few. Well, she said she's talked to pay people, whatever, and she even in the first album, it's called Bye Bye Baby with Sonas. I had like this is on. She even talks about like wanting to do a song where people, with women who deal with having to in circumstances have to terminate a pregnancy, have abortion. But she was like, it's not always just hate. There's some women who are not doing it because they just like, forget it, I just want to terminate pregnancy. But it was just like, she just says that, she wanted to have a phone that dealt with the issue, but didn't want to make it seem like the only reason why females have abortions is only because they don't want to have kids, they hate this child. It's, just kind of wanted to give, bring humanity, make it that the woman is human and she's not sure. Sometimes it's, like she's doing what's best for the circumstances, and even probably for knowing that they can't take care of a child at the moment. That's the best way to describe it, where she's talking about from the women that she knows who's had to go and have that done, or girls, because let's be real, have that, done. And so I kept this, y'all. I kept this for the past weeks, but I didn't know November 30th, 2019. Now, Noname, like I said, I felt like she flowed. She's actually used to be a slam poet. She was around with Chance the Rapper and there's other people. I mean, it was all these other people that I want to look into. Like, she came around the same time as Rapper was on his album Acid Rat LP when it came out years ago. And just has been like I said, she's really like, I don't know. Like I said, I need to listen to the whole album, but the songs that she has, like with the Dee Dow Tells of Childhood, Yesterday is also what she's talking about, like, like dealing with the grieving of, her grandmother and somebody else passing away, one of her grandmothers, and someone else that kind of helped her get onto the career, and she's an independent artist. Okay, she went, like I said, she's known for poetry and stuff like that. They even made, I forgot what it's called, now they're called Famous or whatever, YouTube on her. But this is an interesting topic about what she's talking about. And Noname made, this is what it says, COS, Consequences of Sound, also known as COS. I kept this article, in my little thing, whatever. And it says, Noname made quick moves. It says she won't perform for mostly white audiences. And she says, I refuse to keep making music and putting online for free for people who won't support me. And I seen that she was on one of those late night shows, I guess, for her second album. And let me go ahead and just tell, I'm not going to read the whole article, but just say, Noname is one of the most exciting rappers in the world right now. Originally, her name, y'all, before I go into the topic, was originally named Gypsy when she came out to have a rap name. But knowing the racial content and all this other stuff that there was Gypsy, then she took the Gypsy part off. Okay, like I said, I just been doing a little reading, a little scanning, a little reading, about her. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know about her until really in the beginning of this month. Okay, but let me go on to the finish. What I'm gonna say. But now, over the last few days, she's taken to Twitter to vent her frustrations with fans and the music industry. She's still obligated, though, to do, like, I think, what is it? Not Coachella, but some obligated to do things. But she's thinking about quitting the whole music industry. Now, this goes back to, like, this just happened, like, around, I'm like, damn near around the same time. Come to think about it, that Ari Lennox is thinking about quitting music, because the damn Soul Train Music Awards just happened in November, right? And come to think about it, now all of a sudden, now she talking about I'm quitting. Even though it's two different reasons, but it's like, what the heck? Okay, on November 20th, the Chicago artist posted then deleted details about a new album, Factory Baby, as well as dropping a bomb, Noname made quick music following the album's release. Okay. To be honest with you, my heart isn't fully into it anymore. Noname wrote, the relation between artist and fan is really fucking unhealthy. Y'all like what y'all like and what y'all hate and what y'all hate and what y'all hate, and I don't want to be on either side. I'm just trying to read and organize. After Factor Baby, it's a peace sign emoji. Although the reports was later deleted, Noname has continued to tweet, and her words have reinforced the impression of the artist searching for her soul. On November 28th, Noname tweeted a picture of a woman in clown makeup, and the caption read, "Be consistent creating content that is primarily consumed by a white audience who would rather shit on me than challenge their liberalism because somehow liking Lizzo absolve them of racist tendencies." The next day, Noname clarified her thinking in a series of posts. In one, she wrote about how other artists have more diverse crowds than she does, using Megan Thee Stallion, the Baby, and Simo. I think that's somebody she worked with as examples. In another, she said, "What's so funny is that most black artists are just as comfortable performing for majority white crowds, but would never publicly say that out of fear and allegiance to to money." She continued, "When I go to work, thousands of white people scream the N-word at me. Nigga at me." Well, they blanked it out here. And no, I'm not changing my art, so it is what it is. Some of her most telling remarks came after one fan suggested the black demographic that likes your music just really isn't the concert-going type. Speaking from my own perspective, okay, that's some purposes, okay. And that's why you see white folks at your show so much more. Noname responded, "I'm not going to keep performing for predominantly white crowds. I have 2 shows on the books, and then after that I'm chilling or making music. And I refuse to keep making music and putting it out online for free for people who won't support me," she added. At a minimum, Noname has committed to continue her book club, but the status of Factory Baby remains in doubt, as so does her newly formed supergroup with Saba and Simo, Ghetto Sage. So far, they released one excellent song, Haagen-Dazs. Nomame's Room 25 was one of our top 100 albums and top 25 hip-hop and R&B albums of the 2010s. Okay. Alright, that's just her. Okay, that's a lot of tweets. I guess they want to. Okay. Let me take this off finally. I don't need this one. Now, here's the thing. I did not know, y'all. I was following Noname because I've been following Instagram for the last couple months. And then sometimes, y'all, when you follow one, if you follow one person, whether it's a personal, business, famous, celebrity, local, or, just someone else, how they have suggestions, like in between once you click somebody and follow them. So when I follow For Phenomenal Girls, a book club, and certain other ones, like, as far as my ideas for some books to read in the future or something, or books, that I missed over, because I'm trying to get back to reading again, or at least listen to audiobooks, because I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I'm starting to live to the point where I try to get a book in audiobook form instead of reading the book. I know that's bad, okay, I know I gotta read books, but, it is fantastic. Okay, but anyway, So it was one called Noname Book Club, right? And I've been following, and I seem like Middle Finger was kind of supposed to be Amazon Day, right? And she talked about when she did an interview about, because her mother used to actually have a book club for like 20 something, I mean, not book club, but bookstore for 20 something years. And her purpose is to promote like the Amazon, yeah, it's all right, whatever, in her own words. I'm just paraphrasing. Remember when she was talking about the interview. But it's promote where the book club is because, it's about making sure the mom and pop, the bookstores that are owned by black people, that they get the word out instead of, like be able to thrive in a business to sell their books as well. You know what I mean? Like try to get books. She be encouraged, like even go to the library, but just like try to promote to buy from black, So it could be say like this, because I know probably I don't know if she's still a slam poet or whatever, but probably in the slam poet area poetry, it was probably predominantly, a very melanated audience. Okay, y'all just call me wild. Okay, but the thing is that yeah, that is uncomfortable because you know what, y'all, I did see another live where she was singing the song Diddy Bob, and she was at a concert and everybody was not, here's the song, there's a dope ass beat and stuff like that, people are there seeing her, but which is like, okay, everybody dance, just bop dance, whatever. Nobody's really interacting. I don't know if they're just sitting there so they could just like film or something. I couldn't even watch it. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I cringed when I actually seen the performance, and I couldn't even watch no way because I even seen people in the comments was like, oh, you know what, y'all, they finally just put my inner winner is, but y'all gonna get an extra bonus one. I'm just gonna continue. Somebody, you know what, obviously they must have, like I said, that was the longest. They usually don't take that long, but apparently, obviously what I thought is YouTube was making sure that I did not have content. It seemed like obviously it was scanned a little bit more content that went over, because usually it don't take that long for it to happen. So y'all go get with these rare times where y'all get 2 bonus podcasts. Okay, this is gonna be part 2. This is the second time it did that. First time I heard Pay the Tale, didn't get back to the Apple Time, was trying to read the real Uncle Tom story, and then that was part 2. So y'all, sometimes y'all might get part 2s. But anyways, y'all, so like I said, that I'm still going to, go with the Noname book club. I've even followed her book club at Twitter. But what I'm saying, as far as like her dealing with how she feels about going to the world and being famous. Now, there's a chance, I don't care how black, you can wear all the clouts from, if you even know what part of Africa your ancestors, or even if you're directly from, Africa, you know what I'm saying? Not, not relatives, but, our ancestors, ancestors, same thing. But you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is that the chance you take when you want to get your word out there and you speak on, whether if it's just a platform, certain platforms, and when you catch it, when it's meant and you connect with the right people, whether you're underrated or not, you're someone famous, there is a chance that you may, when you open yourself to your arts, whatever, there are chances where you may get certain out. There's a chance you have to be careful that you will get run over money. There's chances that you may be spiritually tested and morally tested. You see what I'm saying? And what would you do in order to keep this fame or keep this money going or clout? Because that's 2 different things. Because you can be a famous broke person, you know what I mean? Or be a rich fool, or a rich thought, or something like that, or completely be more messed. You know what I mean? So it does not matter. Or you can be both. You can be famous and chilled, and it still got, you didn't never sell your soul, like it's Roddy, sell your soul. Okay, let me get a little water. So anyways, y'all, about what I was talking about was that the sad thing is, okay, and if she doesn't want to change her art, that is her thing. And it is disturbing that people feel like just because if it's said in the song, that is okay to say. And there are people who do, unfortunately, that are, or even more black, who do not care. And people that are not black do not say, who say the N word and have a problem. Well, I don't care. I don't care. I don't think it. It doesn't bother me and stuff like that. But so it is kind of set. That if she's going to these concerts and that is her reason why. Because like so people could say like, okay, so you don't want to mess with the white people and they're the ones putting money into your pockets, blah blah blah. And it could be several other factors. So like, are the black people that are liking her songs and feel her? Are they still streaming her albums? Are only the white people the only ones attending to these concerts? And is that like another thing of a social and economical thing about why she actually has more dominantly more, what, even though she's saying about this is content coming from a black woman and seeing from her perspective, about what the subject she talks about. This is a thing where, like I said, you have to be careful of. It's like when you go with your art and what you say, there's a chance, like I said, about who may grass towards your things, and even sometimes the reason why, okay? But, I think that, personally me, I can't say because, I mean, how she should feel. I'm trying to be at least I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but understanding, like, coming from perspective is, here she comes in with her art, her creation, quote, quote, her baby, and if she feels uncomfortable, or feels some type of way also that, here she makes music for, black women, black people, and so forth, and all she runs, if she feels completely uncomfortable, is she going, like I said, is that like, if she, she should be discouraged? And that, I'm going to say this, is honestly, it is up to her, because understanding that if she's not going to change the lyrics of her songs, or of y'all, it's like, I wonder, is it safe if she still wanted to try out, but tell people like, hey, I'm just going to keep it real with y'all when I start this concert. Please do not say the N-word if you're not black. Can you just, y'all skip the word? Because there's plenty of people that listen to songs with N-word, and they make sure that they do not say that word. Heck, there's even black people, say the word. I don't particularly like just like saying the word ninja. I'm saying ninja, because the N-word or the B word. I don't say those words as a term of endearment, personally to me. Okay, that don't mean I'm gonna look at you quick, whatever. Even though, like I said, I'd rather you say the N word than the B word. I'm talking about black people. So I don't even like even them saying the words, but it is what it is. But what I'm saying is that it like I said, it's like a later issue, because if more people can't afford going to these concerts, or don't feel like they have to go to concerts, or they may have anxiety where they don't feel comfortable about going to concerts, it's different other things. So unless she's willing to change her art, and then too, because she ain't backing down, I do respect her, she ain't not backing down from that. But you have to also realize too is that, because like I said, she's independent, where I think it's coming out of her own, it's independent, like she's an independent person, which is good to a certain point. So if she does leave, she's not obligated afterwards, besides the guy, because it's 2 shows she has to do, whatever, that she has to continue going. But, is she going to go back to slam poetry? It's just like, considering the way that she talks, it's easily, I could see the story, at least what I've heard from her talking with her songs. She can, with her voice and her wording, her wordplay, it can be into books. She can make a book of poems. She can, since she's having no read anyway, she can make stories, short stories, write with someone, write a memoir, write fictional stories, but tales that connect to people, where it's, you could classify as African American or black literature, you know what I mean? If she feels that uncomfortable, or feel like her gift is she's being stepped on, or her voice is being taken away, or somebody's twisting her vocal cords, or she feels that insulted, or if it does affect the fact that she's saying that she doesn't want to, people, could take it some type of way that she's actually taking, her gift, or is being, like indirectly racist towards her crowds or so forth. Or, my thing is that I'd rather her leave, but take her words, like I said, don't be silent. I mean, it was personally me. Like I said, with her type of voice, she can make play. It could span from play. She can song. She can be. I don't know, say if she would want to do this, but like I said, she could even go ahead and be like a ghostwriter or help other people write songs. I just see like so much where she can do with wording and help with speeches or be mentor and do something with counseling and do speeches and workshops and webinars or this is how I did this and so forth. If she wants to, because that's up to her choice. But like I said, it could be so many layers. It could be financially reasons that she only gets the black folk. It could be that not being comfortable. It could be maybe the places of where she gets to have where she has these concerts that predominantly you will have white people. Transfer. It's a lot of. It could be a lot of it's a few factors that can play into that. Because like I said, I'm starting to hear about Noname, and she's a dope ass rapper. But I still can group up and just enjoy the gems that we have now, just in case, unfortunately, if she does decide to give out. It's the same thing with our Ari Lennox. Like, I hope that she changes her mind and stays with, because she felt so hurt about not receiving a Soul Train award. But she is hilarious. Like I said, she can do some writing too, because she was up there talking about, Rihanna, y'all gonna be twerking, fine, but let her get her money, blah blah blah. But it was just hilarious, the clips I've seen. Like, she is naturally a very funny person. Maybe she doesn't know it or not, but it's just she's just very passionate. I think she also writes her stuff too as well, and she's a great great singer. And just like Noname, she's a great rapper and artist. Both of them were artists, and like I said, it's just that I don't know. Like, I could understand feeling like, hey, sometimes you're discouraged, especially when you want your voice to be heard all around or something. And, well, if she does these two shows and she sees more of a mixed crowd, would that encourage her, or starting to see more black people, would that encourage her to stay? And, I'm saying, like, she doesn't know, like, her voices like her are just needed as well. It is needed as well. And that's what I'm saying, is that maybe she can take, like I said, her voice in other ways. If she feels like her voice is no longer needed in the music part, she can be in the background or something. And like I said, like, as far as her wordplay, or even like I said, y'all, I don't know, she probably knows about this writer. I forgot her name, but the lady, the author, who also is a slam poet, who made the book Poetic X, which I read, like I said, when I was still doing my internship, the book club will actually listen to the audiobook. And it was made in a way in poetry, but it was understanding its flow, so it was like a long poem, written out per page, but it was written in a poem. And that's what kind of Noname reminds me of as far as her wordplay. Like, it don't have to be exactly in poetry, nothing like that. But I could see her expanding her gems. I mean, that's up to her, though. But that's what I'm saying is, it's like, sometimes in order to get your voice out there, your audience is going to expand. Because it's actually, there's several artists, even like you go to artists sometimes that you least expect that will have, like, there are certain artists that will have predominantly black people. I ain't gonna lie, whatever. You know what I mean? And even though this was 20 years ago, I remember, and that's a whole nother story to talk about, when Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Macy Gray, and I think Zach Mama, that's what's like the beginning. And there was a concert, and it was predominantly black people there. Okay? And Janet Jackson, it was mixed. It was scattered. I think it was some more white people there when I went there, when my sister-in-law took me, whatever. I didn't go to that concert when Immature was popping. Majority, I don't know if they even had, did they have any? I'm not trying to be funny. I just think predominantly we're all black. And maybe the terms have changed where, as far as who attend the concerts, just like who even supports, like, of course a lot of people support the music, whatever. It might have changed, like, demographics of who feels comfortable about going to concerts. You know what I mean? That's like something that may not have to be studied. Because, like I said, the Erykah Badu concert, I swear, and it's I'm not going to say it's a Where's Waldo moment, but when I went to the concert, it was only 3 people that were white, that were noticeably white, they remember, because they had signs, and they were there to see Macy Gray. There were a few people. I think Macy Gray has a unique voice, person to be. You know, that I like actually. And these three, they were like his teenagers. They were like, yeah, Macy Gray, but they didn't have a scene for it. But they love Macy. As soon as they heard Macy Gray, because everybody, I think most people liked the song. Say, look, I tried, but when she sang other songs, it was kind of like, okay, we wait for Erykah Badu, whatever. But Macy Gray to me, I think is personally talented. And you know what I'm saying? Them three people, they left once they had their signs. We love you, Gracie. Had a T-shirt with the mark, the Sharpie marker, Macy on there, and they left. So, like I said, it's just, I just, you know what I mean. I would just personally, to me, if I had the courage, it was meant for me to be in that spotlight, and I had her, and I'm like, okay. Public announcement, ding, 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 please do not say the N-word, but like I said, that's up to her, and maybe if it's meant for her to go ahead and put that giveaway, because, there's some people that have certain gifts that they're so great in, and you're like, they're gonna make it, and make it big, and stuff like that, and maybe it's not meant for them to go, you know what I'm saying, it's able to go to somewhere else that's part of their destiny, or go to the next, I'm not going to say how, some gift, talent, and gift that they have. And so maybe it's meant for her to come, because there's plenty of people who only did a couple albums, and that's it, and maybe that's all it's meant to be. And like I said, with the type of gift and talents that she has, she probably, like I said, what I just mentioned, make a play, help with a film. I don't know if she would type to be like an actress or something like that, but I'm just saying, it doesn't have to stop with the music. That could be a part of her, I'm not trying to say brochure, but just like a part of her portfolio, or, portfolio of her life that she can do. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it is frustrating that you at a show and you're expecting, like people are going to support her music, that she expect to have her back there, and all she's getting is this. But because some people don't mind, they prefer only that audience, and that's personally me, But like I said, if she's willing to let that go, because like I said, they the ones who mostly come to her shows, and they may feel offended, and she ready to go, that's it. If not, she's got to find more ways about how to do that. Like I said, one of the things that's kind of offensive is people up here saying the derogatory N-word, thinking like to get a pass just because their favorite artist is saying that, or just because other people have said that's okay. No. Disclaimer, no. I ain't having that. No. Because I remember, I think they showed a clip, Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick Lamar's concert years ago, and he was like, there's been a couple of people, they had people on stage, some of the fans or whatever, and they recite the words, and then one time they had to check, like, what did you just say? Or some of them, when people know, like, I ain't about to say that, they skip right over that word. Nope, I'm good. So anyway, y'all, I finally talked about the Noname. So what do y'all think it is? Like I said, that's up to her. That's kind of, messed up, but unfortunately it is what it is. But like I said, she's very talented, and if, I guess we have to enjoy the music, what we do have, if she decides to quit rap in the future. But anyway, y'all, hug and God bless. I hope y'all enjoyed this bonus podcast. Okay, so I'm about to get out of here, and y'all take care. It's hump day is almost over with, and damn, I sure can talk a lot, because I didn't realize, like I said, considering I don't be out in the world like that much, at least not yet, I'm able to have that much to say. But anyways, y'all, hugs and love. God bless. I'm probably going to make another podcast tomorrow, knowing me. All right. Take care.